Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing Joust with our friend here. We are going to play some Ra. So yeah, as we discussed earlier, Ra is kind of a support damage champion. And yeah, I'm going to go with standard Ra. No, black Ra. Yeah, silver Ra though. So he is a support damage champion. He really needs to build defensively early game and then offensively late game. So we're going to go for a normal build. Is something that I would actually build in a normal game. And yeah, skill wise, I personally prefer to go for the heal first and heal with Celestial Beam. So this is your damage, this is your heal. And this is your slow. Your slow is really the most useful in the later stage of the game. But because this is a 1v1, I am going with the beam, well, mainly. Obviously, I can't reach him at this moment. But, well, we will see that change once he starts moving in. I will be very aggressive here. And he will be trying to hit me as well. Obviously, since I have... well, a heal and damage, I'm going to well, use as much as possible in the early stages because I want to make sure that I do as much damage as possible in that early stage. I want to be aggressive, but not overly aggressive, because even though I do have a heal, I don't want to use it every single time. You can heal the minions, of course, and look at that. I do quite a bit of damage. And that is because I started off Void Stone, and Void Stone does quite a bit of damage. But do take a look at the mana. The mana is almost gone, so you do want to take care of that a little bit better than I just did. But yeah, taking that early lead really makes that that you can actually be aggressive and keep being aggressive, because I'm actually already one level over my opponent. And I didn't hit there, otherwise I would have been shot by the tower. So yeah, healing your minions while they're attacking the tower is actually a really good way to go. And of course, attacking the minions is always good. So just keeping the minions at bay is just a good thing to have. This Rabot is going to stay behind his minions, pretty far behind his minions actually. And that is of course because he knows that I have more damage, and I'm going to just AoE damage all of these noobs and then take a little bit of damage, sure, but well, it's not really a problem. I am going to recall here because I want to be as aggressive as possible without taking too much damage, but I do have to be careful of my mana, at least a little bit more. But we are going to go for that aggressive build. As I said in the item selection, when you are ahead, you might want to consider the Doom Orb, because Doom Orb actually allows you to get mana whenever, well, get mana over time. And mana over time is just very nice to have. So we're going to go for a full offensive item here. Unfortunately, I cannot afford the entire item instantly. And if you just spam your skills like this, you get that that movement speed, and that is just very, very nice to have, obviously. So we're going to just damage him a little bit, well, actually quite a bit, and hit him even more. Here we go, the slow goes down, and this should be good enough for first blood. There you go. You can see how much damage you can actually do with this, and by being aggressive, you also just damage the tower immediately. And because this is Joust, I am actually able to go back, get my Doom Orb, and even get my boots level 1. So you want to buy, obviously, as much as possible straight up in the early stages of the game. And because the minions are no longer pressuring my turret, I no longer need to really hurry in there. So I'm not going to spam my skills here. Hitting the ultimate is very hard in a normal game, so you do want to have that well, that's slow, or at the very least some help from an ally. And there you can see, if you hit the skills, they do quite a bit of damage. 5 seconds till ultimate is back up, and he already used his, so we're going to go straight up in his face and obviously get another kill. You can see there why the slow is so good. It actually allows you to blind your opponent, and yeah, blinding someone is always good in any game. It's not as good as a stun, but it's right up there with it. So yeah, I missed that, but that is quite alright. So as you can see, I picked up some minions, I did some damage to Ra, and we're going to pick up one more minion and recall immediately. So yeah, that's kind of the not so mysterious mystery here. You want to be as aggressive as you can, but you also want to... Oh, here, let me show you how it's supposed to be done. This is how it's supposed to be done. Full mana and still the 3 buffs or the 3 stacks on your movement speed. And it means that you get out of the base really quickly. You might want to spam some spells, especially on Conquest and especially in the later stage of the game. Spamming spells is not a problem. It actually allows you to just stay at that maximum movement speed. And normally you don't want to cast all 3 of them at the same time. You want to cast them one at a time to keep those 3 stacks up as long as you possibly can. And yeah, there you can see if you hit Ra once at this point, he just instantly melts. And obviously this is going to be a very, very easy kill because he doesn't move around a lot. And real players, of course, move around quite a lot. But yeah, there's no real combo to hit with Ra, but getting those heals off on your minions while they are in tower range is really a good strategy. And you can see 35 stacks already on my Doom Orb. It is very, very strong. It gives me a lot of additional power, and we need to run out. Yes, I did run out without getting targeted. So I did hit my Celestial Beam there, my damage ray basically. And here we go, we're going to heal up my minions. And obviously taking down, well, those minions on the other side. As you can see, I went for Celestial Beam first, so that's the 1. Then I'm going for the 3, obviously the ultimate whenever it's available, and only 1 level in the slow/blind, because I know it's not very effective. So level 3 boots then. I don't need Wall of Absolution. I don't need any real defensive items. I'm going for Rod of Asclepius here. As I said, I'm going for the items that I would normally go. Obviously against this Ra, I would much rather go for more penetration, but it's not really realistic to go for that because, well, you normally wouldn't build that either unless you're just planning to go really aggressive on your opponent, which can be done, of course. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, you need to work out really well how your opponents are moving, so you can see that from several things. And yeah, the thing is, if you figure out how your opponents move in certain situations, you can hit that that ultimate way easier, and that is of course the trick to playing a good Ra, because you need to make sure that you actually get that damage of that ultimate on your opponents, because obviously that is a very, very big chunk of your damage. And here you can see how fast you kill stuff. So I'm not going to go in there because, well, I want to get my items. We're going to go for this. And now, at this point, because I'm doing very well, I can either go for Gem of Isolation or just straight for Rod of Tahuti. I'm going to go for the Gem of Isolation because it is an awesome item. I have 50 stacks on my Doom Orb, which allows me to... Wow, look at that movement speed. Which allows me to just do a ton of damage until I die. Because if I die at this point, I am really screwed. And that is something that you want to avoid at virtually all costs. So we are going to get the heal off, the slow off, and then land an easy ultimate. Obviously, if you slow people, the ultimate is really easy to hit because it's an insanely good slow. And yeah, you can see that it does quite a bit of damage to land that ultimate, so you might want to, well, either wait for a stun or wait for someone to actually run into, oh wow, yeah, I got killed by a minion, I think. Yeah, in a little bit of trouble here, but that is alright. And we're going to kill the Minotaur right here. Just keep moving, because you are really fast, so you need to make sure that you have that speed available. You dodge everything, basically. And I don't want to attack the Ra at this point. Come on, you can kill him. Come on. No! Oh, yes! Oh my god! 80 health remaining. Oh my god! I thought I thought I would have died there. But anyway, you can see kind of what I did. I started with a defensive item. I knew I was up against Ra. If you don't know who you're up against, you can go for the starter item, which is really good. Obviously, in Joust, you don't really go for starter items because, well, you get so much gold that it doesn't even matter. But yeah, going for the Vanguard is just, yeah, it just gives you a large amount of defensive stats, and that's exactly what you would want in the beginning. And then once you have some levels, you just rush up to people, be in their faces with that slow, do the damage, and unless you're in real trouble, you just go for the kill. You just go for either the minions, the kill, or just to chase them out. Never overcommit. You are very fast if you keep that 3 stacks going, so the 3 stacks on speed of light, your innate ability. And if you can keep that going, you just go straight up in their faces and just kill them, well, as fast as possible. And it's really the way he plays. Just defensive in the early game and offensive in the late game. But offensive only if you know that you're not getting ganked, because he lives off of his heal and he doesn't really have that much going on defensive-wise. So anyway, hope you kind of understand what I was trying to say, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!